Okay, sure. So I've got 5 minutes. So I'm going to use this 5 minutes to share my new perspective. I like to call it my new self-improvement idea, which revolves around how being alone is actually a positive thing instead of a negative thing. It can positively affect your life. Firstly, I'd like to introduce myself for a bit. I'm your typical high school student who thinks he has way too many problems on his hands, and I feel bad about it, really. So, thing about me is I suffer from insomnia, which means I have a disorder that keeps me up at night, and stops me from sleeping soundly, and definitely keeps me awake once I've woken up. So that's why I'm going to link this direct life experience into my specific topic, which is why the night is the best time to be alive and to be alone. Now you see, as I mentioned, I've got lots of problems. You've got lots of problems. He has lots of problems, I'm sure. We've all got problems. And sometimes logic do not apply to these problems. Sometimes it's about emotional things or controversial things. We can't solve them. Then we're left with a conundrum, a dilemma, and we've got no answers for it. And what do we do then? We're just stuck. That's when the night kicks in. In the night, we are the most lonely creatures. My psychology professor once told me one thing, it's pretty good. The night is the best time, it's the hardest time to be alive, and 4 a.m. knows all my secrets. It's true. People are most honest. People are most willing to express themselves, even to themselves at night. Why? Because when we are lonely at night, there's nobody there. Nobody to judge you, nobody to think about what you feel, nobody to give their opinions on what you think, what you believe in. You're completely on your own. But are we actually alone when we're alone? No. We are there accompanied by 2 of the most important friends in our own lives, our mind and our soul. The only 2 things that keeps you conscious and keeps your heart warm. Now, from my own experience, I've laid back at night so many times asking myself some of the cheesiest questions you can think of. I ask myself, how's life? How are you doing? What are you going to do about the assignment tomorrow? Or how's your crush? How's that girl you've been liking for 3 months? Do you really feel something for the person? Do you need to be with the person? What are you going to do with your life? Questions that you ask yourself. These small questions give you small answers. You think they don't matter? They do. Because these small answers contribute into the big answer for your big problems in life. So I've got this fun theory that if we needed 9 months of solitary confinement inside a mother's belly, then just to pull ourselves together, just to get ready to spearhead into that harsh, difficult life full of issues, then we definitely can use that method again to just be alone for some time, to pull ourselves together, think about life, and then get ready for the next day ahead or just to solve some problems in life. So the thing about being alone is you are not alone. Being alone to me is just a process of self-discovery, a process of self-understanding. Being alone means that you're talking to yourself. That's why I'm going to introduce my second skill, which is critical self-thinking, thoughts, conversation, whatever you want to call it. So think about it is, instead of talking to a friend, talking to anybody that you want, you can talk to yourself because you are actually conversing with your own soul and mind. And when you converse with yourself, you understand yourself more because, you're talking to yourself. So the process of self-understanding is about understanding what your heart wants, what your goal is based on what you feel about it, and once you converse with yourself, you get these small answers to contribute to yourself. So it's all about the ability to utilize this superpower that I call it, to be alone at night, to think about your life. So the superpower is about how you can use the time spent being alone in a positive way. People think about being alone as something so sad, so negative. When you're alone, when you don't have enough sleep, your working efficiency drops, your mood drops, your health drops, everything drops. But no, when you're alone, you're actually participating in a process to find yourself and even to solve problems in life, or just to be as easy as to relax. A moment of tranquility, as I call it, to relax. So that's my briefing on my new philosophy of how being alone can actually affect your life positively. Thank you for listening.